Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Week 3 matchup between the Aces of Wichita East and the Crusaders of Kapaun, Carmel. This is Jackson Bezek, your voice for Crusader football, and I'll be on the call for tonight's game. We are looking live from Northwest High School for tonight's matchup between the 0-2 Aces and the 1-1 Crusaders. Tonight, as we're about to get kickoff underway here, Crusaders will be receiving the ball. And we are ready to go. Back to receive for the Crusaders, number 2, Andrew Jamino, and number 33, Cale Curtis. Both of them very successful on returns this year, both fast, shifty guys. Should be able to get to about the 30 each time. The kick is away, and this is a squib kick. It is going to be down by the Crusaders at about their own 35-yard line. So that's a pretty good start. So the Crusaders will get the ball at their own 35, 1st and 10. Crusaders coming off of a rough week last week, to say the least. Got blown out by West 34-0. And just really looking for some positive yardage to start the drive. First downs were hard to come by for the Crusaders last week. Under center for the Crusaders, they usually do not do this, but they're looking to change it up this week. Kennedy hands it off up the middle, and that's going to go for about a gain of 2. And we are underway for tonight's game. Number 5, Richard Estivo on the run in the absence of number 23, Hunter Shanka, who sustained a bad injury last week. And the Crusaders will certainly miss Shanka tonight. Talking to Estivo before the game, he was super excited to be able to get some carries tonight. And he is looking forward to this big opportunity as he wants his time in the sun tonight. Kennedy in the shotgun set. 2nd and 8 for the Crusaders. And he's going to fake the handoff, look over the middle, and he's got a man up the middle. And that is Jamino, and he's going to take it to about the 50-yard line. That is a 1st down for the Kapaun Crusaders. Huge start for the game for Kapaun as they need that big 1st down right away. Jamino, that slot receiver, they tried him out there last week, and it worked out very well for him. And I'm glad to see that Edelhart and the coaching staff has gone back to it right away. Kennedy with a good, solid throw to start the game. Struggled throwing the ball last week against West's big physical defense. But tonight he gets up on the right foot, already 1 for 1. And Crusaders have 1st down at the 50. Kennedy under center. Going to send a man in motion. He's going to give it to Curtis on the end around. Curtis is going to get to the right side. He's at the sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Curtis will also look to get some carries tonight along with Rich Estivo and probably senior back number 6, Taylor Schoenifer. Those three will probably split the load for the Crusaders tonight. So that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for Kapaun. Last week, Crusaders struggled to get anything going on offense. Passing or running, just nothing worked. Kennedy's in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look over the middle, and he's got a man. He's going to get, looks like a 1st down. And they're going to give it to him. That's going to move the chains. That is junior number 1, Tiger Jones on the reception. And that's going to be a 1st down for Kapaun, their 2nd of the game. This is huge for the Crusaders. Last week, if they even got a 1st down at all, they could not figure out a way to get 2 1st downs in the row already here. Moving the chains twice on their 1st possession of the game. They now have the ball in the Aces territory with room to work. Ball in the 39, 1st and 10. Kennedy in the shotgun. Just take the snap. He's going to keep it. Look over the middle again. And it is incomplete. Big sigh of relief for the Crusaders. It was thrown up the middle, and it looked like it was off of an Aces defender's helmet. Deflected in the air, and an Ace defensive back dropped it. Crusaders catch a break there, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. So Kennedy's 1st incompletion on the night. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 39 shotgun set. Ball is snapped. I don't know how any of this works, honestly. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Crusaders. Shotgun set for Kennedy. Definitely going to look to pass the ball here. Maybe another slant up the middle. It's going to be handoff motion. He's going to keep it himself right up the middle. He's got a couple of blocks, and he's going to bounce off the tackler and make it to about the 34-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th down for the Crusaders. Definitely 4 down territory here. Not a lot of room to get a good punt off. They may bring out the punt team, though. It is 4th and 5. Let's see what the Crusaders coaching staff decides to go with here. And it looks like we're going to attempt a field goal here. This is where the wind is blowing. That's why the Crusaders chose to get the ball here first. Number 10, Isaac Schmidt's on for the kick. This will be a 51-yarder if he connects. The kick is away, and it is no good. Looks like it was wide left. Had the distance. A lot of wind behind him on that kick. That would have been the longest field goal connected on the season for the Crusaders. Actually, it would have been the receiver at about the goal line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. So probably the right play call there for the Crusaders. 2nd and 10, need to get some yards, trying to get a pass play off, see if they can burn the East secondary. And it did not work out, so it'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 39, 6:05 remaining in the first quarter. Kennedy coming off a rough week last week. He was frustrated by the West defense being in the backfield every play. He wasn't making the throws he usually makes, so he's looking for a big bounce-back game today. Was very focused in pregame. He's going to swing it out to the right side. He's going to overshoot Schonifer, and that's going to bring up 4th down. A little wheel route screenplay to Taylor Schonifer, and Kennedy overshoots him, so it'll bring up 4th down. Kennedy started off the game well, completing his first 2 passes, but has not completed one since, overshooting a couple of receivers since then. Kennedy also the Crusaders punter, and he will be back. Crusaders converted on a fake punt with this formation last week. About a 4th and 5 was one of their few first downs of the night. It was a fake punt. This will be up and away towards the right sideline, and it'll be out of bounds, and the official is going to mark it at the 17-yard line. So East will be deep in their own territory once again to start their own drive. And this new shape Crusaders defense is out, forcing a 3-and-out the first time, so it seems to be working thus far. Let's see if it can continue working throughout the game. 5:54 remaining in the first quarter. So the East Aces will set up shop at their own 17. Shotgun set, 2 receivers each side. They're going to move that man to that tight end slot spot again. Handoff up the middle to the left side. Be brought down for a solid gain of about 4. Good first down play for the Aces. It'll bring up about 2nd and 6 for East. Last year the Aces went 3-6, only beating North High, Liberal, and Southeast. Beating Southeast commandingly 41-0. Southeast having a rough year last year. Off to a rough start again this year, but was competitive with the Crusaders week 1, only losing 6-3 for a Kapaun win. Sweep to the right side. He's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to be brought down right around the yard marker. Let's see what the officials do. If they're going to give him the first down here, they're going to move the chains. So that'll be 1st and 10 for East. So the first down, 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And Kennedy is back in punt formation for Kapaun. Kennedy punts it away. It's a good one. It's going to take a hop, and it's going to be in the end zone for a touchback. So the Aces will get the ball at the 20-yard line to start their 3rd drive of the day. So not much happening on offense either way thus far. Crusaders had a solid first drive, getting a couple first downs. Getting into field, attempted a 51-yarder, pulled it a little bit to the left, but since then, no first downs for the Crusaders on their last 2 drives. East just got one last drive, but they were quickly forced to punt right after that drive. Their next 3 plays being brought back about 6 yards. So an offensive spark needed for both teams. Both defenses playing well, applying pressure to both quarterbacks. Takes shotgun snap. He's going to hand the ball off up the middle, and it's going to be about a gain of 2 or 3. So it'll be 2nd and 7 as the clock's running down in the first quarter. Let's see if East wants to get another playoff. And it looks like they're gonna bring their guys to the sideline. And that will most likely, yes, it will end the first quarter. First quarter is over. The score is 0-0 thus far. Crusaders needing to get a couple of first downs in a row on offense, as do the Aces. Both defense have played well. Score after the first, 0-0. At around the 35-yard line, making something out of nothing there. As the East front 7 got in the backfield quickly once again. They've done that a couple times tonight. Kapaun offensive line really needs to step up this week after a rough week last week. The West Pioneer defense being in the backfield almost every play. A big reason Kapaun couldn't find their rhythm on offense. They seem to have found a little bit more rhythm this week. East defense not as big, not as physical, not as talented, so that hasn't been an issue. But for that reason, that play is always in the playbook. It's always in the back of their minds, and they use it there, and it worked. 1st and 10. Kenny's going to look right, throw left to the end zone. It is going to be incomplete, batted away, intended receiver Tiger Jones. That left corner fade is something the Crusaders like to go to when they get into the red zone. That time well defended by the East defender, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Kapaun. So 2nd and 10 for Kapaun at about the 18-yard line. Shotgun set once again, trips right for the Crusaders. It's going to be handed off up the middle, and he is stuffed. No gain, loss of 2 for the Crusaders. And another play where East front 7 gets in the backfield. That's something that Coach Adelhard wanted to clean up at practice this week. Said we had a good practice this week. The guys seemed energetic before the game. They seemed anxious to get back out there. They wanted to right their wrongs from last week, really anxious to get back out on the field. But the blocking in the front, I mean, it has to continue. It has to continue to get better for the Crusaders as the season progresses. So to bring up 3rd and 13 for Kapaun. Shotgun set once again. And he's going to roll to his right. He's looking to throw. Can't find it, man. Doesn't like what he sees, so he's just going to throw it into the ground. Intended target was Andrew Jamino there. And Kennedy couldn't find anybody and was hurried by the linebacking crew of the Aces. Throws away. It'll bring up 4th down for Kapaun. See if they want to go to a field goal here or not. It would be about a 40-yarder against the wind. And it looks like they're just going to go for it here. Not a situation where you can really punt at your opponent's 21-yard line. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 13. Trips right to the right side. Kennedy sends a Steve-O out in motion. He's going to look for him on the screen pass. He's going to take it himself. He's looking up the middle. He's looking downfield. He's got a man in the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. Just barely knocked away. And Crusaders could not come up with it there. Andrew Jamino, again, the intended target. Would have been a nice gain for the Crusaders. Would have been their 2nd 4th down conversion of the quarter, of the drive. Converting that fake punt earlier. But that'll give the Aces ball deep in their territory once again. Aces haven't started a possession past their own 25-yard line yet. That will continue here. Crusaders having the wind last quarter, so punting was helpful for him to pin the Aces deep. 1st and 10 from their own 21 remaining in the first half. And there's nothing for Kapaun. Huge momentum boost for the Crusaders after that fumble recovery. 1st and 10 for the Aces. Quarterback drops it on a read option. Kapaun defense picks it up, scoops it, and runs it to the 5-yard line. And first play on 1st and goal. Kennedy takes it to the left side, gets to the pylon, and gets the Crusaders touchdown. And that's how the first points will be put on the board tonight. 7:10 remaining in the first half. Crusaders lead 6-0. Does your vehicle ever smell like you've just been in an Uber? Call First Impressions for ways to keep your vehicle smelling great. That's Mark at First Impressions at 619-7444. We're back here at Northwest High to bring you to a 4th and 2 for East. Jackson Bezdek on the call tonight, remaining in the first half. And East needs this big 4th down conversion here to keep Kapaun from getting the ball back, gaining momentum. It's going to be run up the middle. He's going to get it easily and bring it close to the 33-yard line. It'll bring 1st and 10 for East. He busted up the seam there right up the middle. No Kapaun defender was there to hit him for about 4 yards. An easy 1st down for East there, as that'll bring the ball to the Kapaun 34. 1st and 10 for here. Another handoff off the middle. Another huge room to run, but he slips and falls trying to make a juke move. Still a solid gain, about 6 or 7. Nobody touched him there. He didn't even get touched. He just fell down. Great hole opened up by the East O line there, and he just busted through the seam up the middle there. So it'll be 2nd and 3 for East to the 27. This time a handoff to the right side. This time the Crusaders defense is all over it, and he's going to be brought down for no gain to bring up 3rd down. Big stop from Kapaun there, as they needed that, because Aces have been running that all over them this drive. Running Norman Massey on those carries. 6'3" senior for the Aces. He's a big contributor to their offense. Great athlete, good size, able to shift quickly. Shift too quickly last play and fell over. 3rd and 3 for East in the shotgun set. They're going to pitch left again. Blocking is there again, and they're going to get another 1st down to the 20-yard line. East blocking has been terrific this drive, opening up all sorts of holes for the East backs. And they've had no trouble breaking through the line of scrimmage and up into the open field. The Crusaders not fighting off the blocks well this drive. 1st and 10 for East here at the Kapaun 20. Coming down on 2:50 remaining in the first half. And looks like a Kapaun timeout here. Good timeout here for Kapaun. They need to regroup. Defense is probably worn down. It's been a tough drive for Kapaun. East has converted 3 or 4 1st downs. They've had 3 or 4 run plays that have gone for 10-plus yards, including a couple 1st downs. So a good timeout here for Kapaun to kind of regroup, reset their defense, make sure they have the right personnel in. And for East, they need to keep this momentum going. This maybe could be a little momentum stopper for him. They've been hiking the ball pretty quick right out of the huddle. East only needing about 3 or 4 plays. Pitch left. Trino back in the shotgun set. He's going to take the snap. He's looking left. Another slant over the middle. And this time incomplete. So it'll bring up third down for Kapaun, 53 seconds left. Tough spot for the Crusaders here. Obviously, you want to get points on the board going into the half, especially because East gets the ball coming out of halftime. And that's going to move back a little bit. East is going to decline the penalty, wanting to bring it to third down instead of a second and long. So it'll be 3rd and 12 from their 43. Either want an out route to the right side or left side or a slant over the middle and call a timeout. Stop the clock, try to get into field goal range. Empty backfield for Jamino. He's going to look to throw it. He had a man up the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Kennedy, the intended receiver. Jamino threw it a little behind him. It'll bring up 4th down for Kapaun, and they're most likely going to punt this ball away. Last time, however, converting on a fake punt. It was 4th and 5, 21-yard line. So Kapaun didn't exactly want to punt it away there. And the same fake punt that worked last week against West worked there. They got about a gain of 10, moved the chains. 45 seconds remaining in the first half. And the punt is away to the right side. And it's going to take a friendly Crusader bounce to about the 27-yard line. So the Aces will have 1st and 10 from their own 27 with 37 seconds left. Interesting to see what they do here. They probably just run the ball, run out the clock. They're up 8-6, and they get the ball coming out in the second half. So they are quite comfortable with where they're at now. You don't want to do anything dumb and try and throw the ball, and it gets picked off, and the Crusaders have a chance into scoring position here. And the clock is running down. That looks like that'll conclude the first half of play. Two, 1-0. So that is the end of the first half. East Aces lead the Kapaun Crusaders 8-6. on the board. Then they converted their two-point conversion, running it to Massey straight up the middle once again, untouched. And that's how they took an 8-6 lead. For the Crusaders, offensively and defensively, both lines need to step up. Crusaders' offensive line has really struggled so far this year in general, and they need a couple leaders to step up on the offensive line. They're really, last week we saw the West defensive front seven. Crusaders on an interception. They're going to rule it. Kapaun Mount Carmel football. A wacky play there as the pass was completed by East. Looks like it was tipped up to the air and it was intercepted by the Crusaders secondary. Weird play there you don't see every day as the ball was caught and popped out. And the Crusaders are going to take over at the East 48-yard line. That is the type of play that can swing momentum immediately. Crusaders need to capitalize off this big change of possession right now. Jamino is going to come back out at quarterback for the Crusaders to start the second half. Jamino and Kennedy's splitting possessions at the quarterback spot. Crusaders coaching staff trying to find the right mix of what put the two athletes at. It's going to be a handoff up the middle and no gain. That the Crusaders scored their first touchdown of the season against Southeast with Kennedy at quarterback. That time rolling out to the right side. This time Jamino rolls out to the left, finds Jones at that short pylon. Jones gets his feet in bounds and the Crusaders convert on the two-point conversion. Kapaun Crusaders take the lead, 9:40 run remaining in the third quarter, 14-8. Back here at Northwest High School here in Wichita, Kansas. Deck here on the call. Crusaders just coming off of a touchdown drive. A 47-yard touchdown. Jamino to Kennedy on a slant route over the middle. Great play call, great execution there for Kapaun. The line held off, blocking just enough to give Jamino enough time to find Kennedy over the middle. Crusaders also completed their two-point conversion. Jamino rolled to the left side. Tiger Jones ran a comeback route on the left side of the end zone. Got his feet in bounds, and the Crusaders now have a 14-8 lead. East will set up shop at their own 35, 1st and 10 with 9:38 remaining to go in the third. Crusaders got the ball after an East interception. It was originally caught by the East receiver. Then no flag. So to bring up 3rd and 15 for East. Another shotgun formation for the Aces here. Drawbacks pass, looks for the screen pass to the left, but can't because he's rushing the backfield. He's going to try and make something happen. Throws it deep downfield, and he's got a man. It is a touchdown. Touchdown, East Aces, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see what this is. This will more than likely be brought back. Could be a number of different things. Holding, offensive pass interference. The receiver he was very, he could have stepped out of potentially. And it is going to be a holding call, looks like. Just kidding. I actually have no idea what it is. But it's probably one of those three. So the Crusaders catch a huge break there after the East High touchdown. East quarterback made a nice play. Was trying to get that screen pass to the left side, but got blitzed up the middle. So he rolled out right, tried to make something happen, found his man down the right sideline, threw an absolute perfect pass, East receiver ran right under it into the end zone, but East had an eligible receiver downfield. So that'll bring up 3rd and 20 for East at the Kapaun 46. The Crusaders decided to go with Jamino in at quarterback after throwing a touchdown pass to Kennedy. So still wanted to keep Kennedy in the game, obviously. One of their better athletes, they wanted to keep him involved in the offense. But they seem to like Jamino at quarterback back there. Jarris on the there, just as I mentioned him. Gets a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Kapaun. They were trying to incorporate Kennedy into the offense, running the ball and throwing the ball as he caught that slant route for a touchdown. They tried with Jamino last week, putting him in the slot receiver spot. The call tonight at Northwest High School. East High Aces lead the Kapaun Mount Carmel Crusaders 16-14. Kapaun has 2nd and 12 at their own 14 to start the 4th quarter. The field just seems really long for the Crusaders tonight. They can't seem to put together a couple first downs in a row. They've struggled with that. Trips right for the Crusaders. Jamino back in the shotgun. Said he's going to keep it himself, run it up the middle, and he's going to be hit hard and brought down at about the 18-yard line. Couple of positive yards there on the good read option. Hunter Shanka is out tonight for the Kapaun Mount Carmel Crusaders. He had a really good week 1. Good start to last week against West at running back. Suffered a huge hit on a screen pass. Got absolutely blindsided. And is out for this week. Just resting his body after a tough hit. And the Crusaders have missed him tonight. The Steve O'Shaughnessy and Curtis doing a good job of trying to carry the load. The East O-line, or the Kapaun O-line, haven't opened very many holes for him lately. It's hope they can figure that out as the game goes on here in this last quarter. And Kapaun does not get the snap off, and that's going to move him back 5 yards. Bring up 3rd and even longer. Penalties haven't really been the problem for Kapaun tonight, which has been odd because they have plagued them the last 2 weeks. But tonight it's just been a lack of execution. Same as last week. On top of the penalties, that'll end up with a big loss for you. So it's 3rd and long. Jamino's in the shotgun. He's looking down the left side of the field. Completely overthrows his intended receiver, number 4, Jarris Kennedy. Trying to connect on those two again. And that'll bring up 4th down for Kapaun. Good coverage there by the East secondary. Not allowing Kennedy to get a lot of room there. So Kennedy will be off to punt it away. 10:49 remaining to go in the game. Defense does not have an answer for it. So the Aces will have 1st and 10 now in Kapaun territory. There's that stack on the right side. Could be another screen pass to that last receiver there or a run up the middle. And they fake the screen pass and run it up the middle. The ball's out, but he falls right on top of it immediately. So it'll be about a loss. Oh, Kapaun Mount Carmel has it. Another fumble recovery for Kapaun. Charlie Frisch with the recovery there. One have we just seen. Coaching staff knows what they want. They know what plays they run. They have their little set package. But they're comfortable running any play on any type of down. There's a 1st and 10 pitch to the right side this time. Hurdles a guy, and he's going to get to the 40-yard line. That was a nice move by Norman Massey again. He probably has over 100 yards rushing tonight. He's been a big contributor to East's success. Hasn't scored either of the touchdowns, but has been a part in setting up the good field position for the Aces. So it's 2nd and 2 from their own 41 now. Another shotgun formation, another run up the middle. He's going to kick it out to the right side, though. And he's got lots of room to work with. And he's going to be brought down at about the 15-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle from Stuhlsatz there. But a huge gain. And East is going to have the ball deep in Kapaun territory now. First and 10 from the 15. Timeout here. Good timeout for Kapaun, as this is the biggest play of the game right now. 3:49 remaining in the fourth quarter. East leads it 16-14. For all your automotive cleaning supplies, call Mark at First Impressions at 619-7444. Does your vehicle ever smell like you've just been in an Uber? Call First for ways to keep your vehicle smelling great. Call Mark at First Impressions. That's 619-7444. So as I was saying, this is the biggest play of the game. If the Crusaders do not get a stop here and East gets a first down, East can run the clock down and punch the ball into the end zone for another touchdown. That would put them up 22-14, and a conversion on a PAT or 2-point conversion would put the game pretty far out of reach for the Crusaders, having to score 2 times to catch up on it away, not wanting to give the Crusaders any type of good field position to make a game-tying drive down the field, as East does lead by 8. I think if you're East, you run the ball here. Run game has worked well tonight. You know you're confident you're probably going to get about 4 yards with it. No, you're not going to get a first down. They're probably going to call a timeout. But now you've wasted one of their timeouts instead of trying to throw the ball and it being incomplete. Now Kapaun still has a timeout. So 3rd and 15 for East here at the Kapaun 48. He's going to roll out to the right side. He's going to run it. And he's going to try and find a couple of extra yards and be brought down around the 40-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th down for East. And Kapaun will use their last timeout of the game with 1:57 remaining. East leads 22-14, 4th and 7 from the 40. So East does not convert on this 4th down conversion here if they go for it. The clock will stop and Crusaders will get the ball in pretty decent field position. Crusaders, however, are out of timeouts. We'll have to put on a pretty impressive 2-minute drill. Or East punts it away, pins the Crusaders down. They are against the wind, though. And the punter is out for East. They will punt the ball here. More than likely probably won't get inside the 15 or 10-yard line as they're punting against the wind. But they will give the Crusaders the ball in their own territory. Probably about 1:50 left after this play. High snap, and it goes deep in the backfield for East. And that's going to take a Crusader bounce, and then it's going to bounce back to about the 20. So Kapaun will take the ball at the 21-yard line. 1:48 remaining in the game. East is up 8. And Kapaun will take over 1st and 10 at their own 21. So obviously with no timeouts left, you have to throw the ball here. You throw it up the middle, you get a first down, and you spike it. Or you run out, takes a snap, drops back to pass, tries to run to the left, and there is East again. East defenders in the backfield immediately again. Crusaders need to get a play off. 20 seconds left in the game. 3rd down for the Crusaders. 3rd and 14. Jamil's going to take the snap. Throws the ball to the right side. The pass is completed. Did he get out of bounds? They're going to say yes, he's out of bounds. 10 seconds remaining So 4th and 10 for Kapaun. Tiger gets out of bounds, which is good because if he didn't, that would have been the game. So this is it, 4th and 10. Crusaders on their own 37, 10 seconds left. Now is not time for a first down. It's Hail Mary time. First down, don't have time to spike it or try to get out of bounds. This is the probably last play of the game. Jamino's in the empty backfield. He's got 3 to his right, 2 to his left. He's going to take snap, drop back. He's looking deep. He's going to throw it over the middle, and the pass is caught. They cannot get on the ball in time. Clock stops with the first down. There's 3 seconds left. They have to get it immediately. Spike it now. And 1 second runs off the clock. 2 seconds left. Crusaders do a nice job of getting on the ball quick, as he was left wide open over the middle of the field as East had dropped everyone back in coverage. So Kapaun has the ball at the East 49-yard line with 2 seconds left. East has a 22-14 lead. So this is Hail Mary time for Kapaun. East is basically in kickoff formation here.